Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, well, I was about to say that we beat this game, but we didn't. I lost the game. And now, so did you. The good news is, we have unlocked a new game plus, which will allow us to start a new game with all of our current skills and money. With that in mind, I cheated a bit in between episodes. I loaded up a previous save right after taking Milton to the movies, but before visiting the chief at Luigi's. I chose not to visit the chief because, first off, our friendships are going to be reset at the start of this run anyway, so it's not really helpful. Moreover, by not paying for the chief's meal, I have an extra 200 currency, which is good because otherwise I would be starting this run with even less money than I started the first run. I'm a little surprised that the universal basic income doesn't kick in at the start of day one. It also occurred to me that I might be able to carry over my skill with the saxophone, so I took the time to practice at that because I am going to need to play for tips. I also worked on a puzzle to increase my handiness, and I feel justified in reloading my save to do that, because throughout my entire first run, I was not able to find a way to increase my strength or investigative skills. So not only am I going to have to take the time to increase those on this run, I have to take the time to figure out just how to do it. And with my handiness already near maximum, that'll be one less skill to worry about. So, at this point, during the first run, I decided to kind of joke around and ask Officer Gorb if she knew that Squindly was newly single. That didn't really accomplish anything except to end the conversation. I did a little bit of research and found out that if I ask questions about the case first, I can immediately unlock the suburbs and the crime scene. However, I'm just going to say I'm on my way because I'll find out about the suburbs and crime scene along the way. I'm on my way. I'll be at the station as soon as I can. So we just found out that Lieutenant Beaglor was murdered and Squindly is on the case. The first run, I immediately left because I thought it would be funny to go out in my underwear. However, in this case, let's actually change into Squindly's uniform. Besides anything, it's going to allow us to find Squindly's saxophone, which I do need to increase it at least one more level to really get some good tips. Now back to the matter at hand. Looking over all of my footage, by the way, I do in fact know where every single outfit is. Most of them have to be bought, and I'm not entirely sure which ones are useful to acquire. Like, I did notice that there is a salesman uniform, which possibly will allow me to sell more lunchboxes. But I'm just going to stick with a few that I know will be helpful. So, first things first, police uniform. Ready for a day of work. I could practice the saxophone right now, but no, I need to get going. I'll come back and practice the saxophone later. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of save scumming during this playthrough, so first things first. Out of curiosity, how many save files do I have is what I was about to ask. 18. The answer is 18, plus an autosave. Well, I guess I'll just start over from the beginning. And it's a good thing that I did create a save. I wanted to find out how long it takes to check the post boxes because I do want to do that at some point today. It took more time than I would like, so I'm going to reload my save and just go straight for the police station, which is not in this direction. So now it is only 7:25. It'll only take 20 minutes to travel to Police HQ. Let's do that. And here we encounter Pibby Freed. I'm trying to decide whether I want to take the time to answer her questions right now. But for the moment, I'm going to say, sorry, I'm busy. It'll take possibly 5 minutes to say no? No, it doesn't take any time to say no. Well, that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the chief's office and get the rundown on this quest. I find it interesting the chief is angry about us taking our time, despite the fact that I didn't. Out of curiosity, Squindly, eh? I like it. Yes, sir. Sergeant Squindly, reporting for duty, sir. So the chief obviously is not going to comment on the lack of uniform or the presence of Milton. So talking to the chief is what unlocks the ganglands and suburbs normally. Oh yeah, I also do want to come here for the warrant, because just in case the uniform isn't enough, I need to be able to search that couch. As an aside, we get the call from Mona at 8 o'clock, which is why I wanted to be quick about coming here, so that I could take my time here and grab a couple of things without having to worry about taking too long to pick up Milton. I made the attempt at picking up Milton on time, but I can't get there before Mona calls us. Actually, it's Squindly now. Oh my goodness! We're actually going to go through the game with his name changed? Wait, what? What are you talking about? I changed my name. Long story. Anyway. Oh wow, we really are doing this. Alright, cool. We're gonna say that we'll be right there. Oops, sorry, I'll be right there. Good, see you soon. I am not going to take the time to search around, can't do that. So before we leave, I do want to go to the bullpen. And we're going to go to Squidly's desk and send Chlorback the Third 150 currency, starting that quest again. And in addition to sending money to Chlorback the Third, I also want to go to news and look at the Infinite Energy article in order to unlock the laboratory. And one more thing before we leave Squindly's booth. Desk. Check the drawers because we need his badge. I don't know how important that is, but it's important. And then we're going to want to go to Dex Beagler's desk. Let's see. Check the coffee cup. And that's probably the only thing that will accomplish anything here. That'll get us the cafe card. And yes, I am going to ask Sal about it. Acquiring this also unlocks downtown, which alternatively we could talk to Officer Gorb to unlock downtown, but, well, this way we don't have to take the time to talk to Officer Gorb. As an aside, this is the second game in which we had a restaurant worker named Sal. Okay, I am adding in this extra clip here because I forgot to do this during this recording. go to the upstairs crime lab and acquire the Scientician, which I'm going to go ahead and put on now, but you won't be seeing me wearing it until next time. Since I am changing outfits, it is a good thing that I got that warrant, because I'll need it to get into the Beaglor house if I'm not dressed as a police officer. Additionally, while I'm here, searching the cabinets to acquire the cologne, which I'm not sure what it'll be for, but maybe we'll find out eventually. It's probably embalming fluid, come to think of it. Okay, this is another point that I'm going to save. I'm going to create a second save, just in case. Now, we are an hour late to picking up Milton's, so Mona might be a little mad. But for the moment, let's go ahead and see how long it takes to talk to Pippi Freeb about the interview. I'm going to basically answer the questions the same as I did before. Though it's worth noting that if I say that Beaglor died peacefully, Pippi Freeb will call me out as a liar. And I do not want to become on unfriendly terms with Pippi Freeb. Oh, by the way, there's that third question that Pippi Freeb asks, and one of the options is to say that the chief is sitting on his behind. Choosing that will make us friends with Pippi Freeb, but uneasy with the chief. So he is indeed watching the interview. It'll be almost 2 hours late to pick up Milton. Squindly residence. I wonder how Mona is going to feel about her last name becoming Squindly. I assume that's Sergeant Squindly's last name. If not, what is his last name? Alternatively, what is his first? What took you so long? Milton's ready to go. And having just picked up Milton, we're gonna go inside. And Mona is calling him Squindly. I guess that does mean it's his first name. And for the sake of curiosity, the first thing I'm going to do is watch TV. On my first run, I ignored the TV because I thought it would be a bad idea to waltz into Squindly's ex's home in his underwear and sit and watch TV like he owns the place. But now I know that watching TV is a way to get information. Good morning, this is Andrew Newsman with the Moontropolis News. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of the grand opening of the Crystal Spire Hotel. It is certainly an interesting looking hotel, I say that. Located in Moontropolis' newly regenerated uptown area, the hotel is a beacon of the city's prosperity. In its first year, it has hosted many celebrity guests, ranging from the Jupiter Crooners to the Space Pope. This week, as a special offer, the cost of rooms has been slashed, so now any old schlub can book a stay. Except whenever we're bad with money. The hotel owners have insisted this is a generous offer and not a sign of impending economic doom. Stay glued to Moontropolis News to be first to see how that pans out. Well, I never heard anything about that at the end of my first run, so we're going to assume that didn't happen. Also, now I know this is an extra way to unlock the uptown area. Maybe this means I won't have to take the time to go back to Squindly's apartment building to check his mail. For the moment, I'm going to go under that assumption and search under the couch. Because under the couch is money, which I am definitely going to need. Checking the stereo doesn't do anything, so we're going to leave and head to the kitchen to give Mona an apology for not paying enough attention to her or Milton. Though I am curious if these other options are also reasons. Let's save cheating for last. I'm gonna check these and reload my save to find out what they do. So I'm sorry for the barbecue incident. How are your parents doing? As an aside, it occurs to me that Mona is the only human we meet on this adventure. I wonder if this is why. Oh, you know, the skin grafts are taking. They'll never be the same again, though. I swear, I have hung up my grill and spatula forever. So that does not improve anything with him and Mona. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave and reload my save. Although I will also take the opportunity to find out if I can go to Luigi's as a result of this. As soon as I find the correct option to exit. Yes, that does in fact unlock Luigi's. So we do not have to check Squindly's mail on the first day to unlock it. We can just watch TV, which will save a little bit of time, I think. Because in total, it would take an extra 15 minutes to head to the post boxes and check the mail. About our breakup, I'm sorry for cheating on you. I'm sorry for my workplace dalliance. I shouldn't have been unfaithful to you. I have to say that one took me by surprise more than anything. I didn't know that was your type. Unfortunately, the game has given me a hint to actually date one of my coworkers, so it's gonna kinda have to continue to be his type. Speaking of which, in the process of ending my first run differently, Vortex gave me a different hint, suggesting that I can actually find the Chief on Flinter. So maybe it's not Officer Gorb I need to start dating, but the Chief. I would say that dating the Chief would certainly benefit my work status. Anyway, didn't know that was your type. It does explain a lot in hindsight, though. Once again, does not improve our standing with Mona. So, I chose the first one at random on my first run. I'm glad I did, because that lets me know that it is the first option that I definitely want to check. Oh, what up? It's random. What's on TV is random. Well, okay, first off, freeze frame the first line of dialogue in this news broadcast. I'm assuming we're talking about where to find donuts. I like donuts. I used to make donuts. I feel like we've had this conversation. Anyway, but where can you find the best one? Well, any true Moontropolician will tell you that's an easy question. The Krusty Donut in the downtown district has been selling delicious treats for decades now. Located just around the corner from the Gigantoplex Theater, it's the perfect place to drop in for a snack. Why is this news, you might ask? Well, maybe it isn't. Maybe social media is down and I just wanted a place to share my donut recommendations. Please remember to like and subscribe. Yes! Please! I've been doing this for over 15 years. I should have way more than 1,000 subscribers by now. Also, that did not unlock Uptown. As an aside, watching TV also takes 15 minutes. I think I will just forego watching the TV. I'll just reload my save and not watch it. Because I think I will go back to Squidly's apartment to practice the saxophone. and I can stop at the postbox along the way. So we'll save a little bit of time by not watching TV. Though just out of curiosity, if we watch TV one more time, what else can we watch? What other news could we possibly have? Trouble at Moontropolis' own Sacred Sphincter Memorial Hospital as the doctor shortage continues. Some patients have been left queuing for several hours or even days for serious medical procedures. When approached for comment, a hospital employee said, "What do you want me to do? You can perform the operations yourself if you want. I'm just a nurse." A reporter in the field declined the offer due to lack of medical training. So, the news is actually a way to unlock different locations on the first day. Well, that would be a good way to immediately have access to the hospital. And you know what? I'm not streaming this. I can take the extra time to watch TV over and over again and find out what other news pops up. Dex Beagler was found dead in a gangland's alley just meters away from the infamous Club Underworld. This was the news that I was expecting on the first day. At least, that is, according to one Sergeant Squindly, who we interviewed earlier. Underworld is, of course, the famous base of operations of crime boss turned politician, Big Mama Zod, who I am definitely not going to vote for again because it seems like, well, that didn't work out. Crime rates went up. Zod and Beagler famously have bad blood going back several years to her arrest and subsequent acquittal. However, police have refused to confirm if they believe the murder to be gang-related. An update on the Dex Beagler murder investigation today. Pippi Freeb interviewed an officer on the case. Come to think of it, he reported on Dex Beagler's case on the last day as well. So, maybe there's some context on which days we watch TV and when certain news is reported. Okay, next. And we have a repeat. I'm sure there's plenty of other news broadcasts that we could get. In fact, I'm betting we could unlock City Hall this way. Unlocking City Hall would give us the ability to also unlock other places, because we could just check the directory to unlock them. However, we don't actually need to unlock City Hall that way. We'll unlock City Hall whenever we go to the investigation and learn about the sanitation department. Okay, so one of the news broadcasts we can get on the first day is talking about the Gigantoplex and about how Mitt Ruziak is going to be appearing there. So that is a broadcast that can be found on probably any day. Here we go. Formaggio will remain mayor after the election, or at least that's what the polls say. It would appear that Moontropolis is overall satisfied with its current political leadership. This will be disappointing news for Big Mama Zod, who had been hoping to radically shake up the system. And not in a good way. But the polls are a volatile mistress, and there's always potential for a dramatic swing. Until voting closes on Sunday night, it's still all to play for. It's still all to play for. That is a weird saying. That also did not unlock the City Hall. So, up to this point, I have been leaving, reloading my save, and coming back in to watch TV. But, it occurs to me that the option to watch TV is still here. It is not a one-time option. So you know what? That's gonna save me a lot of time. I'm just gonna keep watching TV until more new stuff appears. or an old thing that I would like to talk about. So, the stapler convention. That was a thing that I thought I could do on the first run, but it occurs to me that I never unlocked a Museum of Modern Art. So, this might actually just be some random thing. Although everything else is kind of important, I wonder how we actually get to do this. Maybe it involves Flinter. Maybe going on a date with someone, they will want to go to it. Oh hey, music superstar Tony Fort Myers is in Moontropolis this week, performing a number of concerts. The pop sensation will be playing in Gangland's Club, Underworld, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday nights. I should make note of that. I don't know whether I'll go play my sax for him, but it might accomplish something. Actually, that'll be useful information, because that means those will be the nights that I can dance myself to full restoration. The small gigs serve as a warm-up to his Galactic Comeback Tour, which starts this month. Tickets to performances on Alpha 7 and Saturn's Rings have already sold out. So it occurs to me that the moon that we are on is Earth's moon. I wonder how far into the future this is, that not only is there a city on the moon, but there's aliens. Some of whom have human eyes. I guess Squindly and Mona are not the only two who have gone through with an intergalactic relationship. If you're a fan, you better hop to it and book your tickets soon. At the least, we didn't need tickets. Okay, that unlocks the Underworld entrance, which we could also unlock by doing the investigation at the crime scene. But, I guess if you wanted to skip the investigation... Stefan Vortex has announced his latest invention to the world in a video released online this week. Is it the time machine? The fancy contraption is a new kind of screenless television with no electronic components. First thought was hologram, second... Wait, no electronic components? For too long, TV design innovation has been held back by the paradigm of screens, the inventor said. At Vortex, we are all about breaking rules and pushing forward into the next generation of technology. Some critics have called the product little more than a functionless plastic box. Nevertheless, it is expected to move more than 6 billion units on the day of launch. That unlocks the space station. Now, if only I knew how to actually get past the entrance. How safe are your children? Not safe enough, according to one local woman. Oh hey, it's the lady from the polling station. Sherlex Neebly of the Moontropolis suburbs has taken it upon herself to form her own neighborhood watch, patrolling parks and playgrounds around the suburbs and across the wider city. The watch intends to drive out the unsavory predators they claim lurk behind every bush and tree. However, at present they are facing an even bigger challenge: recruitment. Ms. Neebly has confessed that no applicant has yet passed her very thorough vetting process. However, she has not allowed this to dampen her spirits and insists the campaign continues. Nice to get a little bit of information on her. I wonder how exactly we can possibly meet her outside the polling station. Supposedly at the playground? Shall we go to the playground dressed in our underwear? Oh, hey! After a point, Mona comes into the living room. I wonder if we can talk to her anything about the TV. Nope. I still have to talk to her again about the breakup, but I'll do that at the start of the next episode. Hey, get away from that! I'm watching my soaps. Alright then. I guess we'll go ahead and leave the Squindly living room and reload my save again. And we've reached a point where Mona comes in again. And after another Monday of binge watching TV, didn't see any new broadcasts. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that I have seen them all. With that in mind, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end today's episode. Next time, we'll progress through the Squindly household proper, including acquiring an item that I ignored on the first run.